Guys, so if you remember where we left off in our read aloud, Ava was at the adventure course and she asked Jason if he liked Sophia, and he said yes, he always did. And so she was trying to prove that the pencil could be wrong. So she um, actually saw that their the pencil wasn't wrong. So the next one is called Chapter 29, 10 Survivors. Let's get moving, Cute Tom called up. This is the final challenge for you diehards. Everybody else is wrapped up, and the buses are getting ready to take you back to school. Ava took a deep breath and stood up. Cute Tom's eyes went wide when he saw her knees. Whoa, you okay? Ava didn't look at him. She just started hooking her safety lines. I'm fine. She wasn't. It didn't matter. Her bleeding knees could keep on bleeding and her hands could keep on burning, and none of it mattered. Because when she got home, her mother was still going to have cancer and she was going to have to walk into the house and hear about it. And she'd never be fine again. She just wanted to get off this course and curl up into a ball and pretend none of it was real. Ava looked at the last crossing. It started with another swing. No, not a swing. A log hanging from two ropes. There wasn't even a flat surface to step on. And then, about a foot away, there was another hanging log, longer than the first one and perpendicular to it, so you'd have to walk along it like a balance beam. And then another small log swing, another balance beam log, 4, 5 more before the next platform. Ava let out a sharp sigh and stepped onto the first log. It swung forward as if it were a living creature that wanted her off, a bucking bronco in some nightmare tree rodeo. Ava lost her balance and had to grip the ropes to keep from falling. She held on so tight that the rope fibers felt like 1,000 little needles poking into the raw scratches on her hands. Her knees were shaking so much the swing wouldn't stop stop moving. Finally, it slowed down enough that Ava could breathe. Ava looked at the next log. There was no way she could do this 8 more times. She looked back at the platform where Jason stood. He gave her a thumbs up, but she looked just as terrified as she felt. Ava looked down at Cute Tom, and tears burned her eyes. Tears for her stinging hands and the pencil that was always right, and her mom, who knew the truth by now. And no amount of running away or tightrope walking was going to keep it from being real. I want to get down. But you're doing great, Cute Tom called up. I'm done. I want to get down. Come on, Ava, you can totally do this. Lucy Ann looked up at her from the ground. Only 8 people made it all the way to the end so far. And if you and Jason both make it, you'll be 9 and 10. What? Ava was so surprised she forgot for a second that she was standing on a swing a million miles up in the air. She looked out at the clearing by the reception area where pretty much everybody else was hanging out, drinking water and eating granola bars. Ava had noticed that things had gotten quieter on the course, but she figured it was because everybody else was faster. None of those people finished the course. Like I said, there were 8. James, Tyler, Ivy, Marissa, Annika, the Mason twins, and me. Lucy Ann grinned up at Ava. She wore the dirt on her face like a badge of honor. Did everybody else have to get rescued? Some did. The rest just decided they were done after the pink course. Lucy Ann took a swig from her water bottle. That was the one with the punching bags. Before Ava could finish processing all the information, Sophia came jogging up to Cute Tom in the clearing. Mr. Avery sent me to see how many people were still out so we can tell the bus driver when. Oh my gosh, Ava, Sophia's mouth dropped open when she saw Ava on the swings. You're doing red? Yeah, Ava said. How had she missed the fact that people were bailing out after the pink course and that she was fine? She couldn't have skipped the skateboard of doom, and she wouldn't be stuck on the swing if only she'd paid attention. That's awesome. Sophia looked up at her as if she were levitating, as if Sophia couldn't believe it was Ava. Nervous, scared of everything Ava, here on the red course, and almost done. Thanks, Ava couldn't quite believe it either, but there she was, and Sophia's name hadn't been on Lucy Ann's list of finishers. Did you quit after the pink? Sophia shook her head. I got knocked off that one with the punching bags and didn't have enough arm strength to pull myself back up, so I had to get rescued. But even that was kind of fun. She tipped her head towards cute Tom and smiled like crazy. Anyway, you totally have to finish now. You're almost there. Yeah, Lucy Ann called up. You can do it, Ava. Ava looked at them. She looked out at the clearing, at all the people who had finished. She made it farther than any of them, and her mom. Her mom would be so proud if Ava could do it. Ava swallowed hard. Her mom probably needed that today. Go, Ava, go, Sophia started chanting, but Ava shook her head. You can't do that. It'll freak me out. Just be quiet, okay? Ava could feel everyone's eyes on her. She took a deep breath and then another one. Then she lifted one foot slowly from the swing log and stretched it out toward the next one. It didn't reach. Ava pulled her foot back. She needed the log closer, but she couldn't pull it closer without letting go of the ropes that were keeping her from falling off the log of doom, and she couldn't do that. She tried holding the rope in the crack of her right elbow so she could get the next one with her hand, but her arm was all cramped and tucked in and didn't go far enough either. She stretched out her foot again. It still didn't reach. She pulled it back. She started to reach out with her hand, but as soon as she let go of the first rope and felt the air on her scratched up palm, she panicked and grabbed the rope again. She looked down. You can do it, Sophia said quietly. She nodded up at Ava. You can do this. I can't reach, Ava said. She tried everything. I want to get down. You can. It's not that far, cute Tom said, matter-of-factly. But you have to let go of that rope to get on the next one. Ava stared down at him. Let go? She couldn't let go. If she let go, she was going to freak out and then lose her balance and flail all over the place, and the log would fly out from under her and she'd fall, and then what? And then the harness would catch her like it had in the practice course. That was pretty much the worst thing that would happen. And with everything else going on, all of a sudden it seemed like that might be survivable. Go on. Let's go, cute Tom said. You have to let go before you can reach. Ava took a deep breath and made her right hand unclench. She held it close to the rope for a few seconds, feeling the breeze, cool and scratches on her sweaty palm, and then she reached. She reached out for the next rope, and before she could even think about it, she was stepping onto the balance beam log and bringing her other hand forward. The log started swinging like crazy and made Ava's stomach do flips. She held on so tight she thought the ropes might burn right through her hands, but she didn't let go. She waited. Little by little, the swinging log stopped jerking back and forth and just swayed a little bit, and then a little bit less. Ava baby stepped forward to the end of the log. She let go of the rope and reached. She pulled the next log and stepped onto it, held her breath, hanging on until the awful swinging stopped. Now do it again, she told herself. Let go and reach. She did, again and again and again. On the second to the last log, Ava stepped too far forward and her foot slipped off the front of the log, but she caught herself and used the ropes to pull herself back up. She didn't fall. She didn't need the harness. She let go one last time, reached for the safety line, and stepped onto the platform. Everybody below her burst out cheering and clapping. Ava had forgotten they were there. For a while. How long? 2 minutes? 5 minutes? 10? It didn't matter. For a while it had been just her and the swinging logs. Ava looked back at them, still swaying in the breeze. Her heart wouldn't stop pounding. What if she'd slipped? What if the cable hadn't held her? What if she'd fallen all the way to the rocky ground? But none of those things had happened. Ava thought as she climbed down the ladder. She'd done it. She'd let go and reached and made it across. And she was fine, better than fine. She felt like she could tackle anything. She looked at her watch. 2:05. Maybe she'd even be able to handle the news she knew would be waiting when she got home. We're going to stop there.